I'd like to begin by welcoming everyone today, and on behalf of the Australian Organisation for Justice and Freedom, I'd like to thank everybody for attending, especially our respected guests, Mr. David Shoebridge, MP for the Green Party, Mr. Paul Lynch, the MP for Liverpool, and Mr. Guy Mangari, the MP for Fairfield. I'd like to apologise for the delay in the program. We were originally supposed to begin at 5 o'clock, but due to some time restraints, we wanted to start a bit earlier.
And upon our honourable guests, I would like to welcome you to our Human Rights and Arab Spring program. With all appreciation, we welcome you as brothers and sisters as we bond with the truth and rights, guidance, justice, peace and cooperation to belong to humanity which has suffered and is still suffering from repercussion of injustice and oppression, hoping to open our activity and our program. Welcome.
Thank you. And thank you all for coming here today. My name is David Shoebridge. I'm one of the Greens MPs in the New South Wales Parliament, but I acknowledge here the presence of Paul Lynch, Labor member for Liverpool, and I acknowledge Sam's present earlier, another one of your MPs. Just a matter of weeks ago, your Parliament moved a resolution, a unanimous resolution, in support of the struggle of the Bahraini people for democracy. The oldest parliament in Australia moved that resolution unanimously. And one can only hope that your elected representatives here, not just at state level, but also at federal level, will gather together and support the struggle of Bahraini for peace and freedom and the democracy that we prize so much here in Australia. This exhibition will be open for 3 days. 3 days here in Fairfield, probably the heart of the Assyrian Iraqi community here in New South Wales, here in Sydney, but also the heart of multicultural Sydney, where we come together. We know we have differences. We work through them in our democracy. We work through them in our homes, in our communities, but we work through our differences in a peaceful fashion, where we respect other people's rights. We respect their right to practice the religion of their choice. We respect people's right to practice the politics that they choose, whatever political party, provided their politics respect others. Provided those in a position of power respect the human rights of people to protest against power. And when they choose, to remove that government from office. And that's what the Bahraini people are asking for. Just over 12 months ago now, well, in February of last year, the Bahraini people gathered together peacefully with probably the main symbol of their revolution being a peaceful protester confronting armed security forces with flowers. And they were, after some 2 months of peaceful calls for democracy, brutally crushed by the regime. And not just their regime, but also tanks and military forces from the neighbouring Saudi regime. And what did the West do? We did nothing. What have we done since then? Little more. And what should our government do? We should be demanding that our government not let Bahrain be forgotten. That's why we're here today in Sydney. That's why we've got this exhibition. That's why the Bahraini Australian youth movement has been so vocal in raising the issue here in Australia. That's why the Australian Iraqi Organisation for Justice and Freedom have thrown their resources behind this, to bring to the people of Sydney, bring to the people of Australia the true story about what's going on in Bahrain. Because you can see from some of the horrific images we see in part of this exhibition, it has been a peaceful protest struck with extreme violence. Scores of people dead. People chased to their homes by security forces. Doctors, when they go to treat the injured, then being persecuted for the simple act of exercising their Hippocratic oath and helping their fellow human beings. I had the great privilege of meeting with Mr. Mata just some weeks ago, last month here in Sydney, the youngest parliamentarian ever elected to the Bahraini Parliament, a member of the opposition, a small opposition group in what is in large part an appointed parliament, a man of great courage who would not be part of a government that did this to its citizens. And he resigned from Parliament, and he faced torture and imprisonment, and his family feared, as they do, for his safety. When we hear the story of Abdul Haji and his lengthy, now I think coming close to 70 days, if not more, hunger strike, demanding freedom, the courage of his daughter, another activist, demanding freedom. It brings a great deal of hope that there are people with this courage in Bahrain. We need people of similar courage in our government to take to the Security Council a resolution condemning the Bahraini regime, putting sanctions on the regime and those senior members of the regime, and calling for respect for human rights. This oath petition for 3 days tells part of the story. We need all of us to be telling the story. And it is with a great sense with great acknowledgement of the hard work of the community here that I'm proud to open this exhibition and shine some light on the crimes of the Bahraini regime. Thank you very much. Thank you.